Dear Helen, if you're watching this, it means that one of two things have happened. Either it is your 30th birthday, or you just got a bit bored and impatient and decided to take a look early. Only one rule with this. You have to be the first person to watch this. So not me, you just kind of came across this by accident, and hey, feel free, watch the ramblings of an almost 16-year-old. Helen, if you are me, or you are you, then tell whoever the hell is in the room with you to leave. A message from me to me. It doesn't concern anyone else. Dear Helen, you're up to your eyeballs in stress and homework that you haven't done, but you do your best to smile and fake it even if you feel like crap. You are dreading your GCSE mocks. Can't do maths or physics to save your life, by the way, so good luck passing them. I really hope you do. At the moment, you've got something wrong with you, and no one really quite knows what. Basically, you get sick at pretty much anything. Stress, travel, too much food. You name it, you probably made you sick. Gross, right? If you still don't know what was wrong with you, or maybe it's still wrong with you, and I really hope you're fine now, go back to your doctor until they tell you what's wrong. Not knowing is worse than them laughing in your face. You've got scars you're ashamed of, and I hope to God that they have healed by now. If they haven't, I need you to promise me to go get help. This is very important, okay? I need to know that everything will be better. Everyone expects a lot from you right now, including yourself. It's okay to ask for help when you need it, even if whatever the Miss Patterson figure in your life now thinks of you. Dear Helen, you're sad a lot of the time, so you escape. I'm telling you, nobody could possibly understand the joy of Facebook roleplay and the amazing insanity of Tumblr unless they've experienced it firsthand. At the moment, they pretty much rule your life, but by the time you're watching this, there should be a hazy memory. So, I want you to pause me for a minute, I won't mind, I promise, and go online and read every conversation that you had. Go through every post you ever made on Tumblr, and every roleplay you ever wrote, especially the romantic fluffy ones. It will bring back a lot of memories. Can't promise they're all good ones. It's a strange hobby, really. You build these life stories and experience things that aren't real with people that you don't know, and cry over them on several occasions. As ridiculous as it sounds, there was a time in your life where the biggest problem you had as a 15-year-old was whether your husband had cheated on you. Even worse, you cried yourself to sleep at night wondering if said husband still loves you or loves you in real life. Honestly, it'd be so much easier if you're one of those teenagers who, stayed out all night and smoked and drank until their liver broke. But let's face it, you're never going to be like that. I hope you're never going to be like that. Honestly, I'm happiest in my pyjamas arguing whether my ex-husband should be allowed to see his kids or not. It has ruined a few things for you though, I suppose. For example, the names Nathan, Sam, Luke, Aiden, Scarlett, Emily, Annie, Sienna, Liam will be forever ruined for you. On the other hand, it's made things so much better. Without your little roleplay community, you never met Laura, and I eternally believe that this is fate. As I'm sure you remember, the first time you met Laura was at Mum's concert, and she was in the row behind you. That doesn't just happen. So I can't imagine life without her, so as soon as you're done watching me, and if she hasn't called you already, the fact it, even though it is your birthday, call her and tell her you love her. Despite what every PSHE letter has told you, the internet is your safe place. And now that you're all 30 and old, yes, I am calling myself old, I hope you have a regular life in the real world and stop caring about what Nathan thinks of you. Dear Helen, you've got crap memory for important things and numbers, but you remember people. People and useless facts that no one ever cares about. Do you know you spend 22 years of your life sleeping? I have no doubt that you will remember the wishing tree. But will you remember when you wished for your Hogwarts letter? If there's anything I want you to get from watching this, that I want you to remember the little things. Remember teachers? Remember Mr. Gaston's bald spot and the way he blushes when you analyse a sexual poem? Mrs. Shepherd's swagger, the Doctor Who talks on Mr. Mills's desk. How Miss Patterson sounds really creepy when she calls you darling. And that one dress she has which looks like sushi. Getting bacon every single day so that the canteen staff remember you. Mr. Power and the way he let you dance on the tables to Mika and then just talk drama and nothing else for weeks on end. Remember school trips? Ours in Year 9 and the amazing water fights and those French people who stole your boat. Little Canada in Year 6 and being asked out by a boy for the very first time. Remember Miss McKilcher because after over a year of teaching you, she doesn't remember you. Remember your friends. Anna's whale earrings that she never takes out. And the pathetic little bunches she wears because otherwise her hair's a mullet. How Esme rolls her eyes and goes off in a massive strop. And then Nicole will roll her eyes even harder and bitch for a while before talking about a band that you don't really care about and have never heard of. How Molly is your bitch, Iona is Yonamu, Emma is Walter, Helen is only ever called by her surname, and how Alice is Wonderland. How Hannah shares your exact taste in music. Rhiannon's smile, Jess stretching and unstretching her ears. And no matter under what circumstance, Kate always getting a bear hug, hello and goodbye. Everyone gets hugs, but Kate is special. The other Hannah's sarcasm. Emma being silly when really she should be sensible. Alicia's eyelashes, Izzy's shared love of YouTubers. Don't forget them either, by the way. Alex, Carrie, Charlie, Liam, Lida, Dan, Phil. They're just as important to you as your friends are. You're a silly little family. Dancing to Good Morning Sunshine in a thunderstorm with Mum. Dad's nonsense sounds that he makes when he can't think of anything else to say. Remember texting Laura good night every night. And the time Catherine wrote you a whole essay in a birthday card and then came down to see you anyway. Above all, don't you dare forget the call. Saoirse, Emily, Sakura. Excluding Darren Chris, they're the three most important people in your life. Remember the way Saoirse's fringe curls at the end, her obsession with sheep and the name Jeremy, and how she picks up from school each and every morning. How Emily pretty much exclusively wears the colour brown, how you have too many in-jokes to count. Butter icing and paper. How the two of you together generally creates a superhuman of giggles and silliness. Having really basic conversations in Japanese with Cora. Fangirling wildly over Made in Chelsea. And then talking about things that really do matter. Remember with everyone, the group hugs, the trips to the cinema, the concerts, the parties, the sleepovers. The bunch of weirdos that you love with all your heart. Dear Helen, growing older is hard, then life is hard, but there are moments where you feel infinite. Hold on to 16 as long as you can.